Alright, this video is about those with identity crisis. Let me ring this singing bowl. If you have any earbuds, or anything like that. Um, yeah. Any earpods, or anything like that, you might want to turn them down. I'm going to ring my singing bowl and go from there. There we go. All right. Those with identity crisis, how you know that they are copying you. When you see someone that don't have their own identity, is when they're copying and moving and talking like you, or in this case, dressing like you. There are those that do not have their own identity. There are those that are empaths, and they will tend to empath things about you, and they will use it for themselves. They will really study and copy you. When you notice people are copying you is when you notice when they dress a certain way, and all of a sudden you see them starting to dress like you. When someone wears their hair a certain kind of way, and all of a sudden you see this person starting to copy you on how you wear your hair, shoes, clothes, makeup, is when you know that you have someone that is a copycat, or someone who's trying to um, become you. Those that are trying to become you, they're trying to um, they're trying to convince everyone that you are not who you are, or who you say you are, but you are basically them, and they are basically you. I don't know if I'm making sense on that part, but when you have people that walk, talk, and dress like you, like they have no identity. Now, so far as a male on female, I don't know how this works. I really don't know how this works when it comes to a male and female, and how a female can copy a male as so far as, their energy, maybe, um, how they do things, how they heal, how they meditate, you know. Um, I don't know how this is possible for a female to copy a male, and there are some people out there that just do not have their own identity. They rather mimic those that are around them. You ever notice when you someone cracks a joke and then you start laughing, and a person that is mimicking you start laughing when there is when when someone says something and the person who said it, um, they try to make it to be funny, but to the person that they're telling it to is really not funny. But that is the person that is um, the person that doesn't think it's funny, he laughs out of just to be laughing. But then you got this person that's next to you that follows you everywhere, does your every move, say everything you say, and they also start laughing as well. But they're just mimicking you, they're just copying you. These people, they don't have their own identity because they want to be you. They want to be in your limelight. They want to be like you because they have no identity. These people, they don't have a direction. They just pick up on anyone. And it just doesn't have to be just one person that they do this to. They can do it to several people, copying them. You know, they don't have their own identity. I've ran into a few people like that that just really don't have their own identity. You know, um, they laugh at when you laugh at. Um, they tend to start to, the more you're around them, the more they start to pick up your habits. And they're not picking up your habits, they're just actually trying to be you know. Um, I've experienced this a few times, um, that people will try to steal your identity, steal the way that you do things, steal the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you move, the way that you interact with other people, um, these things, you know, um, or try to be really convincing to others that the work that was done, that you did, was really not your work, or what was being said, or what was being shown, or what was being told. Like, I know on my videos, I know that there's someone out there that's like, oh no, that was my idea. You know, what he's talking about, I wrote that. Or what he's saying, you know, I said that first. You know what I'm saying? So there are people out there that try to steal your identity, try to steal your essence, which they cannot steal your essence. There are those that are out there that try to steal your path, and they cannot steal your path. I don't care how much they try, and especially when it has to do with the divine. About the only thing they can probably steal from you is probably a relationship. That's probably the only thing they can steal from you. I've experienced that on many a times, that relationships were stolen right from up under me. So, um, and it's happened this last time with this false flame. It's happened this last time, but I was lied. I was lied to on that aspect. Person that said that they were spiritual, and really come to find out that they weren't really spiritual. They was just mocking me. They were copying me. They were not who did they say they were. They were not a spiritual person. Because had they had been spiritual, they wouldn't want to take the relationship to a carnal level. Had they not been spiritual, they would not have been saying, "Oh, you cannot handle this. You wouldn't know what to do with this." You know, basically um, threatening me, saying that you know you can't handle this. I'm a lot of trouble. You don't want this kind of trouble. I know you cannot handle this kind of trouble. And this person was right. No, I could not handle that kind of trouble because that's not what my path was about. I was on the righteous path. I was on the righteous path, and this person was trying to take me on a dark path, and it was not righteous. So all I'm just saying is that there are people out there that don't have their own identity. There are people that'll take credit for the things that you do. You know, there'll be people that say, "Oh, that was me." "Oh, we did the work together, but my work was much more stronger." You know, we did the healing together, but I put out more energy than this person did. Anything to one up you or to say that are, you know, you were the one that they were the one um, who things are coming from. This was my idea. He just caught on and just started doing what I was doing. Because there's a lot of people out there that don't have identities, and they will try to do everything they can to steal your identity, steal your energy. There are a lot of vampires out there that are copycats that don't have an identity of their own. Even a significant other. How they steal it, I don't know. If it was a male on male, yeah. If it was a woman on woman, yeah. But it's so far as dressing like me, I don't think no woman wants to dress like me. But there's a lot of women that dress like me here lately since I'm wearing scrubs. So that will be the only thing. But other than that, when I wear my uniform, and I'm not talking about scrub uniform. I'm talking about my back in the day Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan type uniforms. And then here you got somebody, you gone for a year, 2.5 years, you gone, 3 years, you gone. All of a sudden you look and you see someone got the same beard that you had back in the day, wearing the same uniform that you were wearing back in the day. And all of a sudden they're wearing it. They're wearing exactly like you were wearing, and they line their beard up and line their everything up and wearing the same kind of uniform and everything, just like you. But they wasn't doing that before you were not around. All of a sudden, you come out and you look and it's like, wait a minute, why is he looking like me? Even though his head is not shaved, but I did have hair on the top and I did have a ponytail. Face shaved exactly like mine, and wearing a uniform like I was wearing. I mean, what's going on? Why is this person all of a sudden dressing like this? But they weren't dressing like this before when I met them. All of a sudden, they start dressing like me. That's what I mean by stealing your identity. I can only think of one person that would try to steal my identity and try to be like me and try to take credit for the work that I've done. Only one person. I'm not going to put this person out there like that, but there's only one person I know that would have done something like that. But I can say this person was quite jealous of who I was with at that time. I could see it in his eyes. They say they say the eyes of the window, the eyes of the window to the souls. Because everybody I've been around, everyone wanted me to dim my light. And this is not being um, in my ego. How do you dim a star's light? Take billions of years for a star to burn out. Billions. So how do you dim that light? And at that time, I just started. My light just cut on at that time. Maybe 2 years before I met this group. 2, 3 years, about 2, 3 years, I would say, that my light started shining. And already then they were telling me, you need to turn your light down. Why? I'm not here for that. I'm not here to turn my light down. Why would you want me to dim my light? But they wanted me to blend in, I guess. I don't know. But I don't blend very well. It's kind of hard to do, especially when I'm not chosen to do that, dimming the light. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Lion of Judah, Ancestor Valerians, out.